Welcome back to the Sweetspot Classic here at Longhirst Hall. Now this week, last year's Order of Merit winner Paul Maddy has returned to the tour, and Johnny Morgan caught up with the player to see what life has been like since he progressed to the Challenge Tour.
Right, I'm here with Paul Maddy. Paul, thanks man for joining us. Last year's Order of Merit winner, buddy.
Yeah, it's a good year.
Mate, unbelievable year. And I mean, you won at Witchwood Park, that was your first win. Then you went to the Grand Final and won the Grand Final at Woburn.
Yeah, capped it off well. Middle of the season, I didn't think I was anywhere. I was miles down on the Order of Merit, and then I win at Witchwood Park, and suddenly my game clicks and things fall into place, really.
Brilliant, man. So what's the Challenge Tour? You obviously gained your Challenge Tour card from that, and how's it been?
I've enjoyed it, but I've not played well, that's the problem.
No?
No, I've been struggling. I mean, my golf game's not been where I want it to be, and frankly, really been struggling in some events, and getting through it now. I mean, I feel like I'm in a better position with my game and, you know, making a few more cuts, but it's not been quite as I hoped.
Because I was looking at, you know, Scottish Hydro is a big Challenge Tour event, and finishing tied 6th there is a great achievement as well, man.
That was tinged with a little bit of a disappointment to finish like I did on the last 2 holes, but
oh no, go on then.
I had 2 putts on the last 2 to finish 2nd. But since then, I mean, I feel more consistent, and fingers crossed, at the end of the season, I'll sort of push on a bit, really.
Have you got any tips you can give the guys that are playing on this tour that are wanting to do what you've done?
I think you just got to keep digging away at it. I mean, there's no major secret to success. I mean, it's just practice, hard work, and then taking advantage of the luck you get. I mean, I had a bit of luck last year, I have to say, especially that last event at Woburn. But before that, it was just a case of digging in. Played well and didn't get results, and then finally you feel like you're playing well and you hole a few putts and it's just confidence.
Good man. Cheers, Paul.
That's a very modest Paul Maddy. He's, I think, 64th on the Order of Merit on the Challenge Tour, as you mentioned there, that top 10 in Scotland. But obviously high standards, and he was hoping for a bit better. Walgar, who's tied for 2nd at 6 under par, 2 off the lead. Well, he hasn't missed the green by much there, but he is in trouble. He is behind the red line.
Yeah, I mean, all the trouble's right there. I mean, no trouble to the left within reason. I mean, kind of silly to go at it.
Oh my goodness. Well, that's a long way left.
Yeah, that is extremely left. I mean, the green is pretty big. I mean, there's a lot of space there. Yes, obviously, there's trouble on the left, but not, you know, it's not so close to that pin.
18th hole, par 5, 550 yards on the green in 2 here, Maddy. Oh my goodness, what a finish. Well, to be feeling good about that, that's an eagle. And on this par 70 course, that is a brilliant round of 64.
Well, you could hear his massive shout there. Huge, passionate glory. What a great round, 6 under par.
Well, you know, he set a target there. We've seen players here struggling. You can pick up a double bogey without any trouble at all, and 6 under par, that'll be interesting. He's got a long wait now to see whether there may be any more action required from him.
Well, these guys now are going to see the board just go straight up to 6 under. Someone's finished, windy conditions. They're going to think, oh my goodness, I've got to up my game. As you can see, Zach a country mile away from the pin. All that space left of that pin.
Well, Walker, he can play this.
Oh, that was a tough shot. I mean, done well, really, there. It could have been a world of pain.
All par so far from Richard Profit.
Well, he's been ripping it down the stick. Hasn't quite got the distance control right, but has this one got it?
This for par for Walgar. Oh, what an up and down that is.
That'll feel like a birdie all day long.
1 under par for the day. Walgar stays at 6 under. Profit's chip to hit. Well, after those run of pars to start with, that is going to hurt. Bogey from nowhere, middle of the fairway after his tee shot.
All right, mind the green, mate. Obviously a little spike mark there. It's getting on his nerves.
Well, what a horrible run for Zach Saltman. 3 bogeys in a row. And from eyeing up the lead, he's now 4 shots away from this man.
And this guy seems to be swinging it so well. Great rhythm to his swing. All you've got to do is find the dance floor on this one. I mean, when the pin is below you, such an inviting shot. Makes you want to take it on. The trouble is, this green is covered in danger.
This one's heading a little bit left. Oh my goodness.
And that's with the ducks.
Yeah, that's where Saltman was. Well, no problems. You can't see where the flag is, but those trees pretty low at the moment.
He's giving it the massive twirl, and that's why. Blind second shot and just grabbed it to the front edge of the green. This guy is bending it round it.
Well, he needs to stop the bleeding, doesn't he, Saltman?
Oh, I think he might have stayed out there. He has. He didn't come back.
So, like Saltman just before him, drop here.
And that's a rule when it rolls beyond where you're trying to. Third time, you get to place it back where you dropped it.
Well, at the moment, it's kind of all falling into the lap for Colm Moriarty, isn't it? We're catching it here with his troubles.
Yes, we know what a long putt this is after just seeing Zach.
Now, important chip shot. Still plenty of holes left. Saltman can get this one up and down. Oh, lovely.
That's a great touch from there. There he is. Less loft on that club, probably in the region of a 9-iron or an 8-iron.
This to go 3 clear.
Good pace of putt. There's a young lad thinking, I want to be in their shoes one day.
So second bogey of the round for Paul McKechnie.
A little bit of right to left, up the slope a little wee bit. Didn't hit it, low side.
Second on his own now, isn't he though, George Walgar, after McKechnie's troubles at 6.
Well, this guy's got some nerves of steel. He's shown it already.
So Saltman with a par at the 8th, and it's the 9th next for them. And John, you've been taking a look at that one.
Here we are at the very demanding 9th hole, par 4. It is an absolute cracker. I mean, this really does frighten the hell out of me, this hole. It's got water for about 180, 190 yards, carry, then water on the left, then water on the right, then more water on the right further up, then a slopey green. I mean, the wind is brisk off the right-hand side. I mean, this is a hole, you stand over your driver and you really have to commit. You know, you stood there, you're really focused, don't get all carried away with the trouble that's around you. Stay there and rip that bad boy straight down the middle of the fairway. And it's going to leave you in a region of about a 9-iron. And depending on the pin position on the green, you know, put it in the middle of the dance floor and you're going to have a good, reasonable putt at birdie, because this green is not a big green, but this is a fantastic hole.
Well, let's see how George Walgar can play it. He's putting together a very nice front 9, 1 under for the day, 2 shots off the lead. And that'll do him nicely.
Yeah, that's an absolute cracker of a drive. I mean, this is, you know, sometimes you get to over holes and you want to just close your eyes and give it a swing. But this hole demands focus. Over there, a little slope ball will be below his stance. Like the ideal shot left in. Moriarty
off the tee at 8. Holding it together nicely at the moment, isn't he, the Dubliner?
He is. He's been on tour off and on different tours for such a long time. Pretty much like this man. Knows what pressure's all about.
Interesting, though, that he should stop playing for a period of time. You know, seen that someone like Sergio Garcia, didn't he? Just stopped playing for a while, and he's come back obviously very refreshed and, you know, playing pretty well, as he's showing here this week.
Well, the thing is, Richard, the road can be a long, long road. And I tell you what, a very tiring one. And when you're packing your suitcase and off to another tournament week after week, it can drain you. And a nice little spell gap can help. Go on then. Oh, my goodness, Zach. What a shot from there.
Yeah, that would have got his round back on track, wouldn't it?
Holy guacamole. That's a great shot from that lie.
Actually looking to draw this one in. And he's done so. Excellent shot.
Real strong through that ball. Short finish. Real punching it underneath that wind.
Yeah, Moriarty, you know, one of those expected to come out on tour, do well, part of the Walker Cup side of 2003.
Tell you what, looks like he's got nerves of steel. He's left himself in the region of a 30-footer, but
he's a winner, isn't he? He's won on the Challenge Tour, he's won on the EuroPro Tour.
Yeah, he's becoming a veteran. I don't know if you like me saying that, but
he's 34
he
now.
Is.
Woolgar, 27-year-old from Chesterfield, nicely on the green there in 2. Again, an outside chance for Moriarty to stretch his lead.
Needs to slow down a bit. My goodness. See, down the hill, didn't read it quite properly and given it a right old rap. Someone left himself a testy little 6-footer coming back.
That was a quick putt. Still a little bit of work left there.
Well, McKechnie needs this. He really does, because you know, the back nine's coming.
Saltman could do with this as well. He had that run of bogeys.
Well, he needs this one. Oh, I tell you what, with his game, he could find himself on tour rapidly. Now, obviously, a sponsor comes along, he's got to hide that crazy hairdo of his with a cap. He might get sponsored by a hair gel, who knows?
He wouldn't mind, I'm sure, now, McKechnie. Solid par at 8.
Chance of gone a begging.
Well, he hasn't had a birdie, McKechnie, on the front 9. Woolgar with just the 1. And they're obviously finding birdies a little harder to come by today. It's very breezy out there. Very different from the day when we saw someone shoot that 63 on day 1, although we have seen a 64, which just shows you how good it's been from Paul Maddy. Moriarty safely in with his par at 8, and he does lead by 2, but Maddy setting that stiff clubhouse target after that wonderful round. He's at 6 under par in a tie for second. Payne after a 68, and Stiggy Hodgson with a 69, both at -2. Plenty more to come, though, from the Sweetspot Classic.